Yeah, I know. Roger, get busy on your Jeep, get busy on your Scout. Well, you know, some of the doing things to go places and do things. And thanks for visiting. I'm Roger. Thank you. Decided to go a different direction with my camera gear. And, well, here's the unboxing. Enjoy. Let's start with a little unboxing. I should have brought a trash can over. Well, I guess there's no sending it stuff back now. What I couldn't justify was I couldn't justify one camera. The DJI OSMO Action 6 would have been a good choice. I have chatted with another creator who uses one, and you know, they're nice. But for the cost of that, I got the Action 5 Pro and the Osmo Action 4. Definitely a step up. This is the kit that includes a battery, a case, and a battery case, and an extension. Well, selfie stick, rod, whatever you want to call them. They have plenty of names. So, obviously I haven't looked at any of this stuff, so I have no idea how it opens. But apparently, I guess I got to peel that open. So, what it says is Action 5 Pro and accessories. Well, I'll pull the accessory box out and I'll set it back there. The Action Pro, set it back there. The box, I'll set over there. And I have a handful of the selfie sticks, extension rods, whatever you want to call them. This one's nice. Plenty long for anything I need to do. And I don't know if that collar is supposed to turn like that. But I guess that makes it easy to turn, make things look smooth. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and hit the accessories first. Standard cable. Well, let's just dump it all out here. Set that aside. Hey, how about that? Stickers. Everybody likes stickers. Isn't that why I buy from Rock Auto? So I can get stickers. And I guess for the DJI forum. I thought that would peel, but I guess not. DJI battery kit. I'm sure I'll have to charge them, but there's 3 batteries. I'll set that right there for the moment. Now, one of the things I like about the DJIs are these quick mounts. And as such, I bought a couple of accessories, which includes more of these. This one also adds a 1/4-20 where I don't have with that. So standard tripod or other equipment fits in there just nicely. So for the moment, I'll go ahead and set those all aside. Oh, instructions. Who needs it? I'll read instructions later. And of course, a USB cable. Osmo Action 5 Pro. Desiccant package. Do not eat. Do not eat. These come with a little cage. Let's go ahead and open the cage. I didn't plan very well for this part, opening the little inside plastic things. And it looks like it comes with other accessories built in, the thumb screws and additional mounts and something to stick it to. Set those aside. Camera fits in this nice little case. Ouch. Pinch myself. And I'm trying to figure out how that pops open so that I can, well, maybe it just opens enough to slide it in. Again, this is probably where having the instructions is probably preferable. Let's open the camera. Try the other end where there's a hole to start with. Well, I like the feel of that. It does feel like it's a little smaller than my GoPro. Probably about the same size as my Akaso's Brave 7LEs. Don't know if this will come across, but pardon the noise. I know how everybody likes these things. I don't know if that came across for y'all or not. Again, I apologize for moving the microphone and making noise. Anyway, well, there's for the battery. Let's pop a battery in, shall we? Pick one at random. You know, I have a hard time with these little flaps. Line up with the contacts inside, like all the other cameras. Close it, and let's turn it on for the first time. Well, I'm going to guess the batteries need to be charged. Well, that makes me feel, oh, there it comes. Okay. Well, I'll run through the setup on this after a while. In the meantime, I got other toys to open. So we'll set that stuff all aside. I'll leave this right here in view. And I figured for a little extra money that the Action 4 would make a good backup camera as a secondary. This one also seems to come with accessories. Another cage and the other goodies to go with it. Okay, the camera. Some paperwork, another sticker, and another silica packet. Don't eat that. And again, I'll open the accessories first, because I do things backwards, and I only plan to do this once. Again, thumb screw and USB cable, and another case, which I'm going to presume are the same between the cameras. See, now that one just peeled open rather than have to be ripped. That's kind of what I was expecting from those others. Guess I'll have to read to figure out what that one actually does. Hey, there's a battery. That's a good sign. We'll go ahead and pop that bad boy open. and the quick mount, quick release. I had picked up a different type that I decided I needed to have for my Akaso 360 camera. Made it easier to move it around from tripod to whatever. Again, you know, pops open. I'm guessing that doesn't open all the way, so it's got to slide in. And the battery, let's find out if it's got a charge on it. Now, one of the things that the update to the Akaso Go app lets you watch what you're recording on your app while you're recording it, which I think is rather unique. So I'm going to peel this without having to grab the... I have to wonder sometimes why people enjoy that so much. But we do. Again, contacts down, contacts down. Memory card goes right there. Yep, memory card goes right there. And this will be the power side. And let's hit the power button. Give it a time. There it comes. Hey, screen locked. Okay. So I have power. I'm happy about that. So I have the Action 5 Pro and the Action 4. I'll get into those and figure out, hey, it looks like the Action 5 has a well-charged battery in it. 2 hours and almost 3 hours. That'll be nice. I barely get 45 minutes out of my GoPro and less than that out of my Akasos, unless I have them plugged in, which is really good to plug them in when you're doing things like time lapses and hyperlapses. In the interest of making sure that everything works together, everything talks together, I chose to get the DJI Mic Mini set. Now, with my Wave T5, I do have a receiver that goes to like my digital SLR cameras, if I wanted to use those. Oh, glad there's not a little breeze making me chase all my plastic around. So I got the set with the 2 microphones and the receiver that plugs into a USB-C. So pop that boy open. And another plastic baggie full of stuff. Feels like there's a case in there. And of course, instructions. Oh, and another sticker. I love stickers. It must be the kid in me, because I chose to never grow up. And plenty of people will agree that I never did. So, everything comes in a nice case, is from everything I heard. And I have to agree that the case is kind of nice. Is it overkill for my needs? Maybe. But then again, having extra cases for all your stuff is kind of nice. So, there's a cable, USB to USB-C, a pair of them, so you can charge both of your microphones at once. A pair of magnets, appears to be. Wow, those are stiff. Wow. Yep, those are pretty stiff. I like that. And the microphone with a little kitty hair on it. Not sure what that is yet, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Another microphone with the kitty hair on it. Silica gel, do not eat. Buried down inside here is another one of those, whatever that is. And there's the receiver. So, it's a nice little carrying kit, nice and soft. I'm probably not going to open everything here tonight. So along the way, I decided I needed a handful of accessories, and I guess I'm not really going to bother opening it, but I did buy, no, I'm going to open it. I did buy an extra set of batteries. One thing I learned a long time ago is if you don't have enough batteries, you might as well just, well, might as well not even try. So, KNF Concepts, I've used some of their stuff in the past. I like some of their stuff, and some of their stuff's not so great, but that's not for this tale. Oh, no sticker. Anyway, additional 3 batteries. So now I have a total of 7 batteries. And that makes me happy. Having extra batteries is always good. I did also buy a couple of other goodies. And we'll set those right here for the moment. One thing I have used sparingly with everything else I've got is I've bought a handful of different lights that plug into or slide into the, oh, these don't have the hot shoe or the cold shoes on them. Anyway, they slide into the cold shoes, like 2 on the cage that I have. So I bought this light. I have one about the same size that's elsewhere. And again, another cable. Instructions. Set those aside. Let's pop this open. And I apologize for this taking so long. I could have easily opened everything and planned myself out, but at the same time, let's keep it a little authentic and have a real unboxing where, hey, I like that. So without even looking at the instructions, it's got brightness levels and a flash like so many others. Not sure when I'll need that, but it turns on and off quite simply. Battery indicator on the back side. The nice part is it clips into the sides, and it does have the magnet in it. It clips right in, so it's connected, and then you just disconnect it. Well, let's just go ahead and leave that on there. So one of the other things I chose to get along the way, oh, I left it right here. I knew these were plastic. I also knew that they didn't have hot shoe or cold shoe things on them. So this is the newer, however you want to call it. It's a cage for the Action 3, 4, and 5. This one comes in kind of a Ziploc baggie, but I hate trying to find those edges. And again, more of the silica gel. Please don't eat. So this is metal instead of plastic, and the camera will slide right into that. In fact, let's just slide that right in there. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, and you don't want it to rattle around. My GoPro rattles just a touch, but it's very much a third party. Who knows who it is and who actually made it. But it is solid. I've dropped the camera I don't know how many times. That cage works. So I'm sold on cages for these cameras. So what goes with this is you have the clips that go into the bottom of the cameras. Okay. My thumb doesn't work too well today. And it also fits on the side, like that light did. Okay, are you in there? Yeah, you're in there. So I'll have to make sure that it's in every time I use it. Like I started to say earlier, I bought some similar ones that are not compatible with this that I bought for my Akaso 360. Why not just leave that on there? I'll have to get used to that, I guess. Anyway, there we go on those. I did actually buy a separate one also. Again, this one is from Neewer. I bought another one from Neewer. And then you have to have room for your stuff, right? You got to have room for your stuff. I've been tossing everything into a bag. And I'll tell you what, tossing everything into the bag has been a bit of a drag. So I bought a pre-fit case. It's got room for the camera. Looks like it's got room for 2 cameras, one without a cage. I'll have to open those up a little bit to make a cage fit. Maybe a little bit, not a lot. Anyway, it's got room for batteries, filters, goodies. It's got cutouts for other stuff already. The selfie stick that I picked up with this fits in there nicely. Like it's a perfect fit. This is not from DJI. This is not, but it is for the Action series cameras. The nice part about this one compared to another one that I already have is it is 2 layers. So I've got room for the battery charger, and I've got room for other stuff like the battery charger. It'll fit right there nicely. I guess I should have it showing like that. And then some of my other accessories I can put in here as well. And then cover it up. I've been using a bag. It looks really kind of, I don't want to use this phrase unprofessional, but it looks kind of unprofessional. Again, I'm going to have to figure out how to open that up, but or I know how to open it up. I've done these foam cases a number of times over the years. But that's a really tight squeeze in here to get that back out. Goes in just like that. And if you use the original DJI clips, got to get used to hearing the click, that fits in just like that. Since I bought these additional ones that, like I said, they do the 1/4-20 for tripods, and then the GoPro fingers fold down. I guess they work better on the bottom of the camera than they do on the top. Something like that. Anyway, ultimately I wound up buying a handful of different types of these so I can put them on tripods and onto selfie sticks and other accessories that I have for when I'm filming things. I will open these up a little bit because they will stay in their cases, their cages. There's room for everything in here, and how about that? That even fits right there. That's nice. I've modified Pelican style cases. I use some of the Harbor Freight Apache series cases. That's what my imitation DJI drone fits in. My drone is the Specta Mini. I think that there's too many things to be that are identical, except I can't use the DJI batteries, so I had to buy the extra batteries. Anyway, the thing works just like the DJI drone does. Anyway, so that concludes my unboxing. Now all I have to do is put things away. Well, it's kind of funny. As I was closing this out, the battery in the GoPro died. It had been a brand spanking new battery, so I guess that's about 30 minutes, which that means I was talking way too long. Way too long. Anyway, the Mayono Wave T5 receiver, the GoPro little dongle that plugs in. Anyway, y'all be good to yourselves, be good to each other, be kind and patient with yourself and others. I love you. Roger out.